Who knew that a game about trying to run through saw blade hurricanes would also be the most relaxing game I've played in a while? The premise of Disc Room doesn't need much explanation. You got rooms, you got discs, and you avoid the ladder. But the way Disc Room makes me feel like nothing else matters, laser focused, and surprisingly calm, it does need some explanation. Disc Room avoids unnecessary complexity in favor of accessibility, and don't worry, Masocore gamers. The thing is a breeze to control, removing shooting from the twin stick formula and focusing singularly on movement. In the early levels, you'll only need to worry about a single joystick. Move your guy, avoid the discs. It's a breezy runway to mastery. Removing that variable and doubling down on something so simple, it turns Disc Room from something like rubbing your belly and patting your head to just rubbing your belly with extreme precision. There's next to no barrier for entry here. A dash gets mixed in later on, but it functions as a support tool more so. It's like an extra bit of juice to squeeze through a bundle of discs whose speed and pattern I may have miscalculated. It's like a get out of jail free card on a cooldown, and something that props up the player, not something that takes my brain in a different direction and asks me to juggle. It's still all movement. Disc Room's complexity is layered on the disc side, not the player side. So discs begin as basic spinning saw blades, then the saw blades multiply and explode, and some grow tails and bounce around the room like a logo in a DVD screensaver. And there are even boss discs with unique behaviors and means of defeat. And yet, it's still all a game about dancing around increasingly complex disc patterns and not getting chopped into tiny little pieces. Death is still a near guarantee, but it's softened with a Pokemon-like get killed by them all system. Yeah, and death, it's cool because death from each disc type adds them to a collection, which encourages you to kind of get familiar with each disc rather than run away from them at all times. And, it gives your brain a little high five for messing up. And that gradual introduction to each disc type makes some of the later rooms with wild disc combinations a breeze, surprisingly. And that's that muscle memory. That's the design encouraging mastery through observation rather than pure trial and error. It's super empowering and fulfilling and chill, relaxing. It's not degrading and demeaning. Disc Room is like the kind working class parent of difficult arcade games, not the mad football dad who thinks concussions are based on bunk science. I mean, I love my difficult games, but only when they love me back. There's no hard release date, just 2020 for Disc Room. But it's looking fine, looking nearly finished, and we can expect to see it soon.